And welcome back to another special edition of Grind Music and Repeat. It's your host, Draquan, Hood Rock TV. You already know what it is. I got a special guest with me. We're going to cut through some red tape with Miss LaShonta Culbreth. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm amazing. I mean, that heat is out there.
Yeah,
it try to ruin your plans and mess up your day and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we ain't going to let it, though. We ain't going to let it.
Absolutely
We ain't going to let it. So, I mean, let's get straight to it. I mean, your show has came through and just broken down barriers on 810 Studios Network.
Wow.
Like how does that how does that feel?
I'm definitely humble. Like I just show up and I just, do whatever, the Holy Spirit tells me to do as far as like inviting certain people, certain things that we talk about. Yeah. It's not really something that I'm boosting, I guess I would say. I enjoy it. I love it. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. It's something that I love to do.
So, I mean, okay, I see certain levels of fashion. You know, there are a lot of guided by faith kind of speaking and stuff like that. What's the inspiration for cutting through the red tape?
Well, if I could be honest with you, about 2 years ago, I started on my new journey. Yeah. And I actually wanted to do therapy. Okay, so I'm starting from a separation. Okay. And I wanted to do therapy, still trying to do therapy, but it seemed like every time I would reach out to somebody or call somebody, I never, got the call back. So I said to myself, I was like, I'm going to start a podcast. Okay. And I wanted it to come out on my birthday, which was last year, 2024. I did my very first show. And it's like I was telling my daughter today, for me, I had to talk my way through some things or talk my way out of some things.
Or talk yourself into something. Yeah. I can see that. Talking my way in and out of some things I have done. Yeah. But I just felt like what I went through could essentially be the blueprint for somebody else. Yeah. That's going through sort of kind of the same thing. And it's not just about the separation. Like, I've been through a lot, whether it's the good, the bad, the ugly. And I just felt like, talking about those things, putting it out there, allowing that to help me through my journey has been a blessing for me. Yeah. That's amazing, Miss LaShonta. Just listening to that, it made me want to ask you, the creation of your style, the particular way that you deliver things or the way that you bring your energy to certain kind of things. What inspires that other than the higher power we represent?
So overall, I'm a very energetic person. I love to laugh. I love to have fun. If it's my misery doesn't love company. Okay. So if I'm not one of them type of people that go to an event mad or upset or, you know what I'm saying, I just plan to just bring somebody down. Whenever I go out or go to an event or something like that, I already have it made up in my mind that, listen, it's not about you. Yeah. You are invited. You're going to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Put your stuff to the side. And you just never know how people or places or events can bless you, even when you're going through. So I'm just like, I choose to go through everything in life laughing, because at the end of the day, we can't control the things that happen to us. We can't make we can't make things happen in our favor, although we try. But I'm learning that a control thing, I do have a little control issue, and I'm learning that things happen, and we just have to process them in a different way than, the turn up way or the crash out way.
Yeah, I got you on that. Because I think the biggest thing for me is leave your feelings at home, Dre.
Just leave them there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They'll be safe in there. You know,
Yeah.
they probably gonna be more comfortable than you is where you at.
Right.
You out there working and doing all that kind of stuff. Let them relax at home. Leave your
Yeah.
feelings, leave that
Yeah.
kind of stuff at home.
Yeah.
And go take care of some of that business in there. You know, maybe they might look at you different when you get
Yeah.
back to the house. You know,
Yeah.
I might not have the same thoughts I left or when I woke up this morning and
That's
stuff
right.
like that.
That's right.
So I thank you for speaking on that as far as like short-term memory. Like that happened, but that ain't all of what happened. Like
Correct.
you start out, you might have a bad start, but don't make it a bad finish.
That's right. That's right. And I always have to remember Romans 8:28. You know what I'm saying? Like all things work. You know, and that's all is a very powerful word in that verse because he is not singling out the good things. He is not singling out the bad things. He is saying all things work together. You know what I'm saying? And so that gives me joy. That gives me hope that even though I'm in this, it's still going to work out for my good.
Yeah. That's powerful right there.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the name? Like,
cutting through the red tape. So if you know me, you know that I don't sugarcoat anything. So whenever I talk about issues, I want to talk about the good of the issues, and I want to talk about the bad of the issues too. Like I think we live in a world where people are okay with everything that's happening, and we shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? We need to get to a place where we need to talk about, you know what I'm saying, oh, that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And be real about it. You know, the way you're going about something is not right. And here's why. You know what I'm saying? So when I was coming up with the name, I was like, oh, this is going to be perfect because not only do we get a chance to talk about the good side, but we also get to break down the bad side, and it's all about perception.
it
You
is.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So sometimes whenever you're thinking about something, it don't necessarily be that. But if you shift your focus just a little bit, then you'll be able to see the other side of it too as well.
Okay, so just like a next level thinking, not just surface. Like this
Not
is all
just
it
surface.
Is. It's a little bit deeper than that.
It's a little bit deeper
and then
than
we're
that.
gonna go a little bit further than what somebody would go.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
That's exactly
That's
right.
amazing, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So what would you consider like some of like the early challenges of like just getting your show out, putting it somewhere, you know, like, or just showing up for the show? Maybe like what you talk about on the show. Like, what's some of the early challenges that you face?
I think the early challenges that I faced was actually being on camera, and actually being like vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Like actually talking on camera about, you know, the things that I was facing or the things that I was going through, and allowing the world to see what I was feeling at that particular time. I remember early on, some of the shows I actually cried before I even recorded, and that's just how powerful it was, because it was like, you gotta release this, you gotta get this off of you, and I was just like, why do I have to do it in this capacity? So I think that was the hardest thing for me. Was I had it in my mind and my heart was set up to do the show, but actually when I came in to start recording, I didn't realize how hard it was going to be for me to actually start talking.
Right. Okay. Okay. So it's like, is that like a hurdle or a circumstance that you use to like conquer something else?
It was. Because at the end of the day, the situation that I went through, I looked at it like, well, I live in a glass house. I live in a glass house. You know what I'm saying? Like my situation, you know, like I'm in a place where everybody has the opportunity to look, to stand outside and look on the inside. And so I was thinking to myself, you know, like, might as well just talk about it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because what better way than to talk about something or express something, and it's coming directly from the person. Now, let me say this. I'm not saying that I was all right, but I'm not saying that I was all wrong either. You know what I'm saying? So I can only speak on me, my feelings, and what I did to get to that situation.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So
got
it's not necessarily a one-sided type situation, but I can only tell my side.
Yeah. I think that could almost be like a superpower where it's like, well, like for me, like I think I kind of expose myself to become relentless.
That's right.
Like so, like it's like you don't want all that attention or them eyes, or you want to close certain things off, or the blinds and the curtains and stuff like that. But when it's like stuff like this, how we up here talking to these lovely listeners and viewers and stuff like that, and we not scared to divulge certain kind of information that actually made us who we are.
That's correct.
So yeah, I that is powerful right there, Miss LaShonta. Like that's nice right there. So the live show at the Mount, and then we're gonna get into the CW. How does that make you feel?
Oh my gosh, like that is so big. Actually, I was just talking to my good friend the other day. I recorded my very first show on August the 9th, 2024. No, I'm sorry. July the 21st, 2024. I recorded my very first show of my podcast. Yeah. July 21st, 2024. It came out on August the 9th of 2024. But I was able to do my very first pre-recorded live audience show on June the 15th of 2025 and it aired on July the 21st, 2025. Isn't that not crazy? Like, you gotta listen to the dates. Like, I recorded my very first show on the 21st of 24, and my and I premiered on the CW exactly 1 year later. That's how God will, like, I don't know, like pull you back and then spring you forward. You get what I'm saying? Like fast track. So I didn't even think about that until it actually aired on TV, and I'm like, here I am, able to sit in the living room at my mom's house and actually watch myself
on TV,
on live TV.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I always hear it's this battle rapper. His name Loaded Looks, but he like one of the older generation battle rappers, and he say like, I want to ask you how you feel about this. He says you can't get progress without adversity.
Oh my God. My God. And he is absolutely right. And how I look at it in the ministry world, because I am a minister, I don't know if you know that or not. I am a minister, and so when I look at that in the ministry world, it's almost like you can't preach something that you ain't never been through. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way that I can help you or tell you about separation and divorce because at that particular time I wasn't there. But now that I am here, then I can tell you, you know what I'm saying, don't do this or don't feel this way or feel this way. You know what I'm saying? So I have a little bit more experience in that realm because that's something that I'm processing through.
Okay.
And so when you think about adversity, you know what I'm saying, how do you overcome adversity? You can't if you don't go through it.
You don't. You really don't. So like in that kind of, setting, like how do you like offer advice, like rather than just like, oh, I'm telling you that this is what you need to do, even if that's what you got to tell that person. But how do you like kind of differentiate that from like advice as far as to a command?
I can just simply tell them my experience. Okay. I think people are going to do what people want to do. But if I come to you and I say, I went through this same exact thing, but this is my testimony. And I'm telling you that it was harder for me whenever I went this route because this is what I did. Does that make sense? Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, at the same time, had I taken a different route, then maybe outcome
Would've
would
been
have been
different.
different. You get what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't have had to face jail time. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had to you know what I'm saying, lose the stuff that I lost
Yeah.
had I to just listened and or you know what I'm saying, not done it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that change your mentality
It
on how you
does.
see things, or do you let it? Is it like a tug and a pull about? I mean, because like there's certain things that I have been through myself personally, but I don't become a product of what it was that tried to make me what I am. Like I'm not a product of my environment, or I'm not a victim of circumstance, or this happened to me and then that's why I'm like this. Like you ever speak on anything like that?
So I think it's the way you look at it. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about me. When I was married in a relationship with my spouse, I was kind of like I think I said it on my show. I was kept. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of stuff that I did not have to do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because he took care of everything.
Okay.
And so now that I don't have him,
Yeah.
I have to do all of those things. You know what I'm saying? So I am a product of a divorced woman. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
use that to make me stronger, not to make me bitter or to make me weaker.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I got you.
So it's like all of the things that most women don't want to do. I find great joy in it, like cutting my grass.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because that's something that I've never done before.
Yeah.
And versus I can get a man to cut my grass. That's
Yeah.
no problem. You know what I'm saying? I can call somebody over there to do the things that I want done. But this would grant me the opportunity to learn those things because I now live on my own.
Right,
Does
right.
that make
Yeah,
sense?
I
And
got
I don't
you.
want to continue to not have those skills going further. Now, I would say this. One thing that I absolutely wish that I would have paid attention to when my spouse was with me was cooking.
Yeah.
I can't cook.
Oh, man.
So it has been a journey learning how to move around the kitchen, how to function and stuff. But hey, the weight I lost is because I wanted to.
Yeah.
It ain't because I missed no meals.
Yeah, it just turned into grind mentality repeat.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
So like, what motivates you to, like? Well, I mean, no. Let's talk about some of your guests. Like, as far as like, what's your criteria for choosing a guest on cutting through the red tape? Like,
I would definitely say, I go based on when I was running my nonprofit organization. A lot of people know that I was doing Adult Summit. So I kind of use it the same way. Like I allowed the Holy Spirit to show me certain people. And then we talk about whatever that person can help us with.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you.
Like mental health. I talked to Erica Powell. And during that time, like I was going through a lot of mental health situations, a lot of things that I needed help with mentally. And the Lord was like, have her to come on the show to not only help you, but to help somebody else that's struggling with you. Just the most recent show that I did was Grieving Well. And although, you know what I'm saying, when we grieve, we think about death. Nobody thinks about separation or, you know what I'm saying, your best friend that you no longer talk to anymore or, you know what I'm saying, even parents and children, older children who are no longer in their parents' life. You know, most people don't think about you having to grieve a person that's still alive. And I think that's tough.
Yeah, that is tough.
That's tough to be able to see that person and see that their lives have moved on or, you know what I'm saying, they're doing the things that they want to do, but yet you're still here in this place without that person. That's tough.
Yeah, that is. Like, I think, like, a lot in my music, like, sometimes it's affirmation based. Like, where I think one time I said I had to let a lot go that was better as mine. You know, and then it's just you know, I can speak it. I can be real with myself about it. You know, it's just, Dre, what you saying? You miss it? Nah. just speaking on it, so that it ain't no reoccurring issue that just keep coming up in my life. And that's one thing I learned about, like, when, like, just being up here talking about Ground Music Repeat. Like, I learned, like, that if I go ahead and address it, if I meet it, I can beat it.
Ooh.
If that's what I noticed. So, like, what's one of the biggest, like, lessons that you've learned from cutting through the red tape?
I guess I get to fully be myself.
Yeah.
And I was talking to my sister the other day, and she was like, you was always this person, but somehow I don't feel like I was. Like, now I feel like I'm fully myself. And then she was like, well, you got to think about it. You know, you were married, you had a husband, you know what I'm saying? You had children, you had this, you had that. So you were like cut into pieces. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so it's almost like a person who I would say a person that's deaf. Let me say that. Because they can't hear, their other senses are heightened.
Yeah. Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of like how I was. I felt like I wasn't fully able to be myself, or not necessarily be myself, but to be as outgoing and outspoken, because there was a certain way that I had to be because I was married.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like, to respect him. Not saying that I'm disrespecting myself,
Right.
but I was standing behind him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you're standing behind a person, it's like people see them first, and then they see you.
Yeah.
Now people see me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I think that's what it is.
So it's like you learn, like, how to, I mean, control your cipher a little bit more, or just I have completed, my process. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I think, like, sometimes we'll go around, we operate on like 90, maybe 87% sometimes. We're not all of ourselves and stuff like that, but when we can bring that 100%.
So I'm going to go spiritual with you.
Okay.
Pouring. I did a lot of pouring into other people. And now that I'm in this place, I'm able to pour all of that back into myself.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so now I'm able to fully love myself and fully take care of myself and fully say no when I want to say no, and say yes when I want to say yes, go when I want to go, and stay when I want to stay. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I'm able to do more for LaShonta versus having to do more for others. Now, I still take care of my kids. My kids don't want for anything. I still pour into them, support them, and stuff like that. But it hit different whenever you, as an adult, can do that specifically for yourself.
Yeah, so like you talking about pouring into yourself, like those vital things, like that people need. Some people need a little bit more reassurance than some people need just a level of just being there for them. Like, you might have to motivate them a little bit, you might have to push them a little bit, and you say more of that right there for yourself.
Yeah,
that's
taking care of
beautiful.
myself, health wise, physical wise. You know what I'm saying? Keeping my appearance up. You know, it just all of those things. You know.
Okay. So, do you have like a dream, like, list of people you would get on the show?
I do.
Let me get a top 5.
I do. Oh my goodness. So my top 1 is Prophetess Valerie Moore.
Okay.
And she is, wow. She just is. I follow her on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. I follow her a lot of places, and she is just a great woman of God. I've been following her for a real long time. Another person that I want to get on the show is Andrea Renee.
Okay.
I follow her too. I've been a couple places where she has spoke, and I'm pretty sure she would come. I just haven't had the to ask. Valerie, Prophetess Valerie Moore is probably going to be a little harder, but I'm putting that out there in the atmosphere. And if God allow it, I would greatly appreciate her coming to the show. So I think about it for right now. I welcome, people to my show, but you have to be in alignment to what I got going on.
Yeah.
If you're not, then we don't really have much to talk about. So this is a safe space. Even though it is worldwide, because we going worldwide, international one day. But you know what I'm saying? I do feel like that being on my show is a safe space. It's a comfortable space, for people to share. And so I want to keep it that way. I don't want it to be prostituted. I don't want it to be downplayed or downgraded or anything like that.
Got you. I got you. Now, let's talk about your shirt.
Yeah.
You made the shirt.
Today.
Oh, wow. See? Yeah.
Before we came on the show.
We're going to talk about that. Yeah, I wasn't going to let him get up out of here without saying something about that. How do you do that? For beginners, like, let's say I ain't got it all up here. Explain that to me.
So I started making T-shirts 5 years ago in 2020. Because of my nonprofit organization, I love a good T-shirt. A lot of people know I love T-shirts. And so I wanted to think of a way to keep the proceeds inside my organization, because we were spending a lot of money outsourcing T-shirts and stuff. And so I was like, I'm going to learn. I purchased the machine. I messed up a lot of times. I'm more hands-on.
Okay.
I don't like to read instructions.
Trial and error.
Trial and error. And where most people don't think that's a good idea, but I don't have time to sit and read 6 pages of information, So I started in 2020, and it's kind of slowed down the past 2 years. Like I said, because I've been through a little situation or whatever. Actually had my own retail store.
Okay.
Right up here uptown. It was called Anointed Prints and Crafts. I ran that for 3 years.
Okay.
Where we did T-shirts and sold all the products and stuff like that. So it took me about 15 minutes to make this shirt.
That's crazy right there. Oh, man.
I was like, I gotta have something to kind of like show who I am. So let me make this shirt right quick.
I'm in there trying to find what to put on. And you just in there making stuff.
Yes. I went up. Look, I got up early this morning. I went to Walmart, purchased this shirt, came home, cut this stuff out, and pressed it on the shirt. Kept it moving.
Oh, man, that's amazing right there. So what's some upcoming events that you got going on? Or, I mean, if you don't want to give them the secrets, you ain't got to.
Well, I would say this. We are actually starting to work on season 2. That will be coming out in September, and I am super excited about the very first 2 shows that I have for season 2. For one of the shows, we will be going back to the Mount.
Okay.
To record on the big stage, and I'm super excited about that. But stay tuned.
Okay.
Stay tuned for season 2.
Miss LaShonta, and I just wish you just great, prosperous energy on your journey again. So if you got a word, you want to shout out somebody, you want to shoot them some love, go ahead and send it to them.
Before I get off of here, I do want to encourage you guys, whatever situation you're going through, however you feel through that situation, it's important that you feel it. It's important that you sit with it sober. It's important that you use that situation to fuel who you will become next, not necessarily in a negative way, but in the most positive way that you can. I'm not saying that you won't go through things that are tough, and I'm not saying that you will always process those things in the best way, because I didn't. I went through a period of my time where I was, lashing out, doing things, saying things, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I realized that when that time passed, that I had to do something different, and that I had people that was watching me. I had people that was following me. And so I had to do what I needed to do to get myself together. I am telling you that the process the product is worth the process. Let me say that.
Nice.
The product is worth the process. The process is ugly. Most of the time when you see a raw diamond, it doesn't look the way it looks whenever it's on the shelf. A diamond has to be cut. A diamond has to be dug up, for one. It has to be cut. It has to be burned. It has to be polished. All of those things in order for you to have a 10-carat diamond on your hand or around your neck. So just remember that the process is going to be ugly, but the product is always going to be beautiful. Y'all stay good. Well, first of all, I want to shout out to Dre. Yes, he does his show, but he do a lot of behind the scenes things for us here at 810 Studios too as well. Shout out to Miss Tamika Robinson for believing in me. A lot of people don't know, but I was the very first radio talk show person that she had. She came to me and she was like, "You can do it." So I started out on her radio station called Transformation Tuesdays or something like that. And I enjoyed that. And so I decided to come on camera. So shout out to Tamika Robinson. Y'all give her all the love that you can. Support, like, share all of her stuff, because she's doing big things here in the city of Clinton, North Carolina. Shout out to my parents, my mom, my dad, my children, for one, and everybody who has supported me on my journey, my pastor, my church family, New Birth, my pastor Christopher Highsmith, and my New Birth church family. That's about it.
Okay. All right. So we're going to close it out. Grind Music Repeat, you know. This has turned into grind mentality repeat. You know what I'm saying? With just a little different stuff like that. We might work it out. We probably ain't gonna change the name there. You know what I'm saying? But it's a nice addition to have Miss LaShonta up here. The way that she is growing in her field, and then the way that she just continuously steps into other things, and then just brings that energy and uplifts everybody in the building. Hey, how you doing when I'm coming through? Yeah, I got that stuff on me. I got some sauce. I got that flavor, and I want you to have it too.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely.
This is amazing right here. Thank you again, Miss LaShonta.
You're welcome.
Grind Music Repeat every day of the week. World Series law number 1.